from Studio A at 1 Biloxi Square
Yep.
in Fort Worth, Texas. Welcome into the Grandpa and Pappy Show as we kick off another week together, and hopefully your weekend was a good one. I know it was not a good one for the Kansas City Chiefs.
And my boy got spanked.
Tom Brady made history yesterday,
Yeah.
and you got to give kudos
Again.
to the man.
Yeah.
He's perhaps the greatest quarterback to ever play the game of football in the NFL.
I cannot take that away from him, amigo. You know, and for all you Buck fans out there, congrats.
Yeah.
Damn it.
Yeah, of course, we were cheering for Pat Mahomes because
Yeah.
he's an old White House, Texas boy out there in East Texas.
Guns up.
And went to Texas Tech, and did really well there. And he's
he
just exceeded in the NFL. But I tell you what, I've got to give kudos to the defensive coordinator of the Bucks.
What a beast.
Man, they had the plan yesterday.
They were ready for the game.
They were
that's a
ready,
fact.
and they knew exactly how to take away Mahomes' targets that he goes to. And the front defensive line put on so much pressure on Mahomes, he was running
Jesus Christ.
for his life most of the game.
You know, and they had what's his number 10, Hill? That
Yeah.
little guy, little
Yeah,
speed
Tyreek Hill.
demon? Him and Kelsey, whatever his name,
Yeah,
that big
Travis
tight
Kelce.
end, they had him blanketed.
Oh, man.
both of them.
With two people
Both of them.
at all times. So it was hard for Pat to find a target. But it is what it is. 31-9 is the final score. Everybody thought it would be a high-scoring type, tough, tight game.
Well, the over and under was like 50-something points.
Yeah,
wasn't it?
57 points.
Yeah, I knew better than that.
And they had Kansas City coming in at a 3-point favorite. Not. It didn't happen.
Once again, the Las Vegas window got slapped inside the head.
Yes, a lot of
Spent
people
a
lost.
lot of money.
Yes, sir, they sure did.
I lost 2 shots of tequila to Big Jerry over this game.
Oh, did you now?
I'm pissed.
I heard that. But anyway, we hope you had a great weekend. Spent some time in Houston with family this weekend. Had a great time. So happy to be back in the saddle with my pal Pappy here.
Well, I'm going to go through that tomorrow morning. Got to go down and, you got to be a dad every once in a while. Go down and go fishing in the ocean and bounce your grandbaby on your knee. And
Yeah, when your son comes in from Colorado.
well, he's in.
I know.
Yeah.
But I'm saying when he comes back into Texas, you got to spend a little time with him
Yeah.
if you can. And
Well, it's not like the kids are going to come see you. You know how that works.
I do.
You're a daddy.
I
You
certainly
know
do.
how that works. Yeah.
And a lot of you out there know exactly what we're talking about.
Yep.
Hey, listen, it's going to be an interesting week.
Yeah.
This week, the Senate will start the impeachment trial on former President Donald Trump. I've learned a lot of things from our listeners that wrote in on today's program, which is just simply entitled, Will President Trump Be Impeached This Weekend? And I have since learned that that is not a good question. Will President Trump be indicted,
Yeah.
convicted this week?
How the hell do you impeach an American citizen that's no longer president?
Well, and I also learned another thing. Only the House can impeach. The
That's
Senate
true.
cannot impeach. The Senate is the ones who pass down the judgment and the trial phase of impeachment.
Yeah.
So I've learned a lot of things. Thank you guys so very much for the information.
Yeah.
And we had a lot of folks writing in and giving us their opinions. And let's just get right to it, Pappy, because we got quite a few to cover this morning.
Let's dive on in.
Yeah, sounds good to me. Joshua Fenelon said probably, so he can't run again. Actually, impeachment is to be able to hold a trial to remove someone from office.
Right.
Bill Clinton was impeached but not removed. Donald Trump was already impeached once but not removed. He was impeached again just before leaving office, and the trial set for this month. He's the first to be impeached twice, in fact. The trial will determine whether or not he can run again, and that's it. T. Gutierrez agreed with what he just said.
Kind of reminds me of my high school days.
Yeah.
Tried to impeach me a few. In fact, they did. I think I'm one up on O'Donnell. Sherry Blackman said, I agree they will try, but they don't have the Senate votes to do it. If the Dems try and call witnesses without giving witness to be called in the House's impeachment, they're going to open up a can of worms they just might regret doing.
And you know, that's a fact.
Oh.
That's a fact. If they call witnesses,
Yeah.
and the president didn't have witnesses called in his impeachment trial,
Yep.
then there's going to be a lot of stuff brought out that maybe the Democrats may not like to hear.
Oh, man, all the way back to old Bummer.
Yeah, no kidding.
Old Bummer and Killary.
Well, that's correct. Charlie George says folks need to read the Constitution.
Yep.
Impeachment is to remove someone from office. He isn't in office, and many legal beagles have said this is not possible.
Yep.
However, Joshua Fenelon has them dead to rights. They are scared of all that he knows.
You know, and I think that's a case of any
Excuse me.
any sitting president in Oval Office knows stuff. You know, I mean,
Well, look at all the law enforcement folks that are under him.
yeah.
Daily briefings could be very interesting in the White House, I'll bet.
I'd like to be a fly on the wall for that one.
Yes.
Patricia Perry said, look, just because Trump was impeached from the House twice doesn't mean he was actually impeached. The Senate voted down the first one, making it null and void, and they will do it again. Rand Paul passed legislation in the Senate to which majority agreed. That is a sham. It will be interesting.
It will be interesting. And yes, he did pass legislation.
Be a waste of our tax dollars.
Exactly. And they had a lot of senators on board with that. And I'm hearing now that some of the top Democrats are now saying that this is a waste of time. It ain't going to happen, so why are we doing it?
Yeah, well, they got what they wanted. What the hell? Leave them
They
alone.
got what they wanted. Hell, they got a puppet up in the office that's already signed 59 executive orders since he's been in office.
Oh,
59. Stop and think about that.
What was it, 17 or 19 the first day, the first hour he was.
Yeah.
The minute his butt hit that Oval Office chair, he started signing, boy. He had a stack as tall of them.
Donna Briggs Moss said, I sure hope not. It's the stupidest thing ever. Tim Adcock says he's not the president, so it's not an impeachment. John Mason said, that is so true. Just look at what Patricia Perry said. They can call it impeachment all the media wants to, but it didn't pass in the Senate, so it is null and void.
By God, I can only hope that's true.
Yeah.
Jeffrey Rule said he was already impeached. The question is, will he be sentenced? No shot. Jerry Dying Glacier says, no, the Senate did not impeach, to which Jeffrey Rule said, correct. The Senate did not impeach because they hold no power to impeach. Article 2, Section 4 of the U.S. Constitution spells out that only the House has that power. The Senate just holds the trial. So again, the question would be whether or not if he's going to get sentenced. You know?
Now, Jeffrey, I'm going to tell you something. You got me to thinking when I was transcribing all of this, and I Googled up the Constitution, and he's correct. He is absolutely correct. That's why I was telling you before we took to the air that I've learned a lot about the Constitution, what the House can do, and what the Senate can do, based on some of these comments. Got me to thinking.
I mean, if you're leaving it on the Constitution, they've already kicked the Constitution in the upper lowers so many different times.
They're trying, and they did. They have.
Yeah, they've cheated their way right into the damn Oval Office once again. You know, so what the hell?
Richard Hall said it is exposing corruption in the government.
Yep.
They are protecting their illegal wrongdoings, stealing from the taxpayers of this country, and taking our money and turning it into immoral behavior. Non-Christians doing the devil's work. Jalapeno.
By God.
There you go.
Yeah, that's a fact. Chris Schomburg said no. The whole pretense is unconstitutional, and it is nothing more than leftist hate.
Yeah.
That I will agree wholeheartedly with, Chris. Mark Green said, I tend to agree with you. I'm going to go back and study our Constitution. Some of your opinions here contradict what I always believe, so I need to sharpen up my knowledge to make sure.
And Chris, I was right there
Yeah.
with you.
Yeah.
I really was. You'll be surprised if you go back and start looking at what the Constitution actually says and all of the amendments that have been passed or
Yeah,
have
so,
been passed since the Constitution was written.
Well,
It's actually quite interesting. It really is.
it is, but I mean, irregardless to how we feel or the way we were brought up to believe in, you gotta stop thinking knowledge is power.
Yeah,
Knowledge
that is exactly
power.
right.
And I fall short from a whole lot of it when it comes to political stances. So.
John Bossy said for us to count the votes in the Senate, you would need 60, and 45 have already voted that it was unconstitutional.
Yeah.
That's 5 short. And in this vote, the socialist, liberalist Democrats can't manufacture more votes.
Bull crap.
not in the Senate.
They manufactured about 1 million or 2 of them just to get what's his name in the Oval Office.
That's it. It's an extremely dangerous game they are playing, just like removing members from committees. They believe they will never lose control. And I do believe that, too.
I do too as well. That's what I was just getting ready to say. Leon Bruno told John Bossy they won't lose control as long as we let them stay in office. John then said the numbers of 2020 just don't add up. I have no idea who won, but even Stevie Wonder could see the pictures.
John Boy.
Ray Charles told him about it.
That's it. Oh, is that what it was?
Yeah,
Okay.
that's over now, and we have to move on. Now that the liberal socialist Democrats have done it once, we'll never see a voter ID and on citizens voting. As a result, sadly, we won't see a change in power. Conservative will become blacklisted. Already has been, I think.
Mm-hmm. They're trying.
Oh, yeah, real hard. This is the first attempt to remove 45. If they succeed slowly, they will eradicate his term. He was an outsider that dared to expose the corruption.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm thinking the 101st day he'll be exposed and he'll slide on out and they'll put his butt in a nursing home where he needs to be and what's her name will slide in.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Well, I'll tell you one thing. I was asked over the weekend what our show was actually about.
Yeah.
And so I let him listen to a little of it, and he was very impressed by the opinions that were expressed by you folks out there. And I told him it's basically a conservative program that listens to the ideas and opinions on both sides of the aisle.
Yeah.
We read them all.
Well,
But we have the right to come back and comment on any question we may disagree with, or any.
And we can proudly boast, amigo, that we're the only show in podcast world that is set up the way we're set up. When we first started it out, we straddled the fence, trying to get both sides to comment, but just like the run for the Oval Office, that didn't work out too well.
Didn't work out.
No.
Yeah. But we're very proud of the platform that we offer you folks to be able to voice your opinion in a manner that you see fit without being blackballed.
Well, it's your show.
It is your show. And we've said that many times.
My bud right here and I and Special K, we just put it on for you.
Yeah.
It's based on your comments and opinions.
That's exactly correct.
Yeah.
Cynthia Stout Waters, Cynthia Stout Waters said he's already been impeached before he left office. The question should be, will he be tried and convicted? Jerry Diane Glaser reminded Cynthia that he was not impeached because the Senate did not impeach. Well, let me go back, Jerry, and remind you that after reading the Constitution, yes, he is impeached in the House, but he was not convicted in the Senate. There's quite a difference there, and I'm glad I found out what the real deal was on it.
Yeah.
So,
well, they both came up. Jerry and Cynthia both come up with a reasonable comment.
Yes, we did.
We all wonder. John Bossy then came back to tell Jerry that the Senate does not impeach. The House does. Oh, the House does. I'm sorry. See Clinton and Trump, if you want to read about that. There have been calls to impeach every Republican president in recent memory.
Yeah, that's true.
41 and 43 never gained traction. They were fabricated like 45, but the Speaker has a vendetta. Will he be convicted? I don't believe he will. 45 voted that it's unconstitutional. However, if the move to a secret ballot, all bets will be off. Secret ballot. Ain't nothing secret in Washington anymore.
Nothing at all, I'm telling you.
It'll all surface like a big turd floating up. What the hell?
I'll tell you what. I
It
have
sickens me.
I've said it before today. I'm going to say it again. You guys get people to thinking.
They do their homework.
And I do appreciate that more than you know. And we've got lots more coming up. But first of all, we're going to take a quick break. And we'll be right back after this.
And here is the kitchen.
When searching for a luxury home, you can't always be there in person. But a RE/MAX agent can help you every step of the way.
Oh my gosh.
Well, welcome back, everyone. Christopher Long says, man, I have learned I needed to pay more attention in civics class. Your viewers are some smart people.
I skipped that class, by the way.
Did you?
High school.
And I don't know who to believe. I do believe, though, that President Trump will not be convicted and will announce his candidacy for president shortly thereafter. Of course, I'm hoping to live in a perfect world, too.
You know, Christopher, you and I think a lot alike. A lot alike. It's scary.
That's pretty good.
It is.
Good job there,
That's
Chris.
a good way to look at it. Ron Hanway said, nope, because the worm will turn, and down come the criminals. Cynthia Maddox says it'll be like the domino effect, and Lois Hoffmeyer said, no, he won't, because it is unconstitutional. So,
Yeah.
just like everything else, it got his butt booted out.
Good Lord, how many legal beagle minds have we heard interviewed over the last 2.5, 3 weeks that says, no, this is not constitutional?
It's not. Yeah.
Special K brought up a very interesting point this morning.
Well,
Out in the lounge, pardon me, out in the lounge when she said that originally Supreme Court Justice Roberts was supposed to sit in on this trial and conduct it, and he turned it down. Well, then there was lots of speculation of he didn't want to get involved in the Republican Democrat stuff.
right.
But the actual thing is, he told them he's not doing it because this is unconstitutional.
God.
So there you have it from a Supreme Court judge who says this is unconstitutional.
Not to mention our very own Special K on the Grandpa and Pappy Show.
Yes, absolutely.
She digs deep and gets the facts.
Absolutely. Elizabeth Floyd says, I've never seen such a display of adult tantrums in my life as I've seen in the Democratic Party this election.
You ought to come to my house.
So much shameful actions. I hope this doesn't go through because this is seriously opening up a whole new can of worms, changing all of the rules to satisfy some really crazy people. Kim Avery told Elizabeth that's what happens when kids don't get their butts busted growing up.
Now, that deserves about 2.5 boxes of By-Gods right there, so that's well said.
I have a question for Kim.
Well said, Kim.
Before you go on.
Yeah.
Kim, in the last few weeks, has told us that just wait till March 20th and Trump would be president again. Kim, I wish you would share that information with Pappy and I, because I'm dying to know where you got this information and why you're saying it, because I just don't see it. I mean,
I'm thinking Kim's working in the Oval Office is what I'm thinking. she's scratching up some stuff.
Well, I would sincerely like to know.
I would too.
I really would.
I would too.
So
I'd love to know where you're finding all this information that you're basing your thoughts on. So, and only pray that it can be true. James David Moore said, "Damn, reading these posts are great." Even though a lot of posters disagree on a matter of policy and constitutional law, one thing remains. The Senate will hold a trial this week, but 45 will not be convicted. There will not be a majority of senators to vote for conviction, and someone mentioned earlier the Dems are short on the vote that said it was unconstitutional. So it should be more fun than watching Johnny Carson's greatest moments. There's nothing as good as Johnny Carson's greatest moments.
I have no clue on that one.
Well, in order for it to pass, 17 Republicans would have to move over to the Democrat side for it, because they have to have a super majority.
Yeah.
So 17 would have to move that way, and there's no way that's going to happen. At least I pray it doesn't.
I don't know.
No, it's not going to happen.
George Soros still got a lot of money, you know. K-Bird.
He does. But I tell you what, though, we're hearing more and more, though, that some of the high-ranking senatorial Democrats are starting to see the light that it ain't going to go through. So they're just saying, hey,
yeah, but I mean,
it's unconstitutional.
That's talk, you know. I mean, just like all the rhetoric and BS that's going on up to this point, it's talk, you know,
true.
with a meaning behind it, I'm sure. But Elizabeth, you know, I jokingly say you should come to my house, you know, see some adult temper tantrums, but you know, I mean, I'm on one side and the divine Miss Helen is on the other, and we just don't talk politics, you know, and all of my dearest friends don't talk politics with her either, because I refuse to see her get beat up on the sidewalk at the field office.
Yeah, I got you. I got you.
Do that.
Let's see here. Jana K. Tompkins said, no. Also, he is still president. Just wait a month or two. Well, there's another one that says that.
There you go.
Jeffrey Rule told Jana 45's office has already made the announcement he wouldn't be showing up to the trial because he can't be impeached as a citizen. So, pick a narrative.
There you go, by God.
Okay.
I'm just wondering how many bugs he left in the Oval Office when he left.
And, you know, that's a really good question.
Observation, yeah. Twyla Richards said no because you can't impeach a private citizen. Stupid government. They don't even know the Constitution. But T.J. Sanchez said yes because he's guilty of loving Americans in the United States of America, by God.
That's true.
And I'm with you, T.J.
Ronnie Barnett said, no, you can't impeach a private citizen. Darla Walker agreed, saying it's not likely, not according to the law.
Yeah.
And Alice Harvey said Democrats are afraid of Trump making a comeback. So sad.
I don't think we've heard the last old Rockin' Donald. Robert Myers told us there's no way Trump will be impeached. It's all part of the Democrats' plan to smear his name and wipe out all the good things that he's accomplished in 4 years, where 16 years of Democrats, speaking of the Clintons and Obamas, never even got close. They want to know what is ruling the American people to want to take arms and get control of the country back. It's crap such as this that infringes on the rights of the private citizen.
I think Robert was saying they want to know what's riling up the American people.
Yeah.
What's pissing them off.
As if.
As if, yeah. Janice Parker agreed with Robert Myers by saying, no, you cannot impeach a private citizen unless he is the acting president.
Yeah.
Todd Coughlin said, no, also. He did not incite a pre-planned riot.
You know, and I agree with that, Todd. I mean,
well, that's what the charges were based on. He incited a riot.
How's that going to help him run again, you know, to dip down and pull some dim tard tricks, you know, for lack of a better explanation?
Yeah, that's true. That is true.
I don't think he had a thing to do with all that mess.
No, and it's been proven. All the stuff that happened on Capitol Hill was pre-planned the night before. All the pipe bombs and everything they found was all delivered the night before.
And even if he did, that's not near as bad in my mind as snipping little babies, what the hell.
That's true.
Last but not least, Thomas J. Renning said, I am impressed with all the various views expressed by your viewers. It is obvious to me that they're all freedom-loving, law-abiding, and fairly knowledgeable people, which is true.
Yes.
It's great to see conservatives still have a platform to discuss viewpoints and conditions in our great country. I agree with a previous poster who said he was going to go back and study the Constitution to see what is right and allowable. If nothing else, it has made everyone aware of the proceedings and the bias of the American media.
Bingo.
And that right there, Thomas, is the biggest issue in my opinion. The damn media gets involved and they will torque everything up.
I couldn't agree more.
Yeah.
I just couldn't agree more. That was a great post,
Yeah,
Thomas. Thank
it
you
was.
very,
Thanks
very
for
much.
sending
That's
that
a
in,
great
brother.
way to wind up the viewer opinions. for
Absolutely.
today.
But I don't know what the hell's going to happen. I mean, who does? We vote, and then we sit back and watch. you
Yeah,
know,
that's about all we can do, really.
and complain.
That's true. But thank you all very much for your opinions as we wind up this segment of the show. Will
you guys
President
rock.
Trump be convicted this week?
Yeah,
Some great comments. I really, really do appreciate it.
Oh, you guys rock. Y'all,
They really
y'all have always stepped up, no matter what the question or the subject is. You've always stepped up. So,
Yep,
and we love you for that. We do.
sure do.
Keep them coming.
Let's take a look at some of the viewer comments we got in from you guys.
All right.
Angie Bennett commented on our favorite TV shows growing up. She said, man, there were so many like Bonanza, MASH, Lone Ranger, Roy Rogers, and Have Gun Will Travel.
Yeah.
My brothers used to watch the show Combat
with
Vic Morrow.
I like those Vic
I
Morrow.
remember that. I do remember
He
that.
was a bad hombre.
Yeah, he was the
He was.
sergeant that carried the machine gun. Yeah.
That's right, old Tommy gun. Tracy Sanchez also commented on the same show by saying, when I was little, I had to watch the Lawrence Welk show with my great-grandparents.
Thank you, lovely ladies.
Well, for us, it was Mitch Miller following the little bouncing ball.
Oh, yeah.
Daddy didn't like bubbles too much. That was interesting, but there wasn't anything to do in Coleman, Texas, so I was fine. I think I'd have been fine playing with a stick and a piece of broken glass out in the sand pile.
There you go.
As I grew older, I think I would have been. As I grew older, I think it would have been the Andy Griffith Show and Bewitched.
A couple of good ones right there.
There you go. Andy Griffith was a wise feller.
Yes, he was.
I liked him.
Stephen Harvey commented on YouTube by saying, we can't succeed or secede? Really? We can't rig an election either. But it happened.
We didn't. They did, but we didn't.
Good point. Good point, Stephen.
Tyler Wookich is our newest subscriber to YouTube, and we welcome you. Yeah, welcome aboard, brothers. Good to have you along. Mike Mackey, meanwhile, commented on the $15 minimum wage. He said, only if it comes with a guarantee that those who earn it at the drive-through restaurants can get my order to me correctly. Bunch of overpaid idiots.
Atta boy, Michael.
For another $1 an hour, could you not put cheese on my hamburger?
Yeah, absolutely.
What the hell?
Absolutely. Finally today, Sammy Q replied on Instagram about our show about Trump helping Republicans win House and Senate seats in 2022.
Yeah.
He said, you're damn right he should.
Yep.
Either Republicans pull out the big guns and win, or the party is history.
Ditto that.
Yep. Ditto that.
Jalapeno.
Special K even agreed with that,
That's
Sammy.
right,
So
bud.
there you go. Thank you guys,
you guys.
for the feedback. We appreciate
You
it.
guys are so incredible with your opinions and comments.
It is always so easy for you guys to either submit a question to us or to make a comment on the question of the day.
Or lay a new show topic on us.
That's exactly correct.
We love when that happens.
You can go to our Gmail account, our email account at grandpaandpappy@gmail.com.
Yeah.
Or
you can hit us up directly on our show web page, which can be found by keying in www.grandpaandpappy.com. That's grandpa and the letter N, pappy.com, where you'll see that big old red button. Push it and subscribe. We'd love to have. We love new subscriptions. I mean, it's a numbers-based show.
it is.
I mean, and while you're there, I mean, it's YouTube driven. While you're there, you can leave comments there as well. Show topics, opinions, complaints. Mm-hmm. You can give
viewer comments.
Viewer comments. You can even give Grandpa a thumbs down if you want to. You know,
Well, there you go. Or you can go onto our Facebook group page where you're going to see a lot of these opinions before it even hits our programs on the question of the day. So it's real easy.
and or gets cleaned up. Yeah,
That's before it gets cleaned up. That's a good point.
That's what I like.
It's always been a lot of fun visiting
is.
with you guys every week and listening to your opinions on important topics of the day facing our great nation.
Yep.
We always end every program by telling you to hug your kids and let them know you love them.
Let them know they're well loved right here at the Grandpa and Pappy Show, too, by God.
Absolutely.
And while I'm thinking about it, I have an announcement. We'll probably be cut back to 2 shows a week. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Going to 2 shows a week in the next week or so.
Things have been getting busy lately, folks.
It certainly
Thanks
has.
to you, but
Yeah.
But
So it's been a lot of fun.
Yep.
Folks, until we see you again, we hope you will take care of each other.
Bombadita, bombadita,
Yeah.
bombadita.
Take care of each other. Love each other.
Yeah, I'll see you back on Friday. I'm going to take a little sabbatical down in Houston with the
Gonna go
kids.
see the son number 2.
I'm going to go scare the hell out of a bunch of fish in the Gulf of Mexico.
Well, there you
on
go.
that new big boat Jordan bought.
Anyway, till we see you again, God bless you. God bless America. And we'll see you back on Friday.
Have a great Monday.
Take
everybody.
care. Bye-bye.